Okay, here we're going to follow or cover, the last element of operations processes. So I've looked at the inputs that are key to the operations process in terms of transform and transforming. We've then looked at the transformation process and some of the key facets or areas that a business needs to consider to turn those inputs into their outputs. And then ultimately, and then lastly, we're going to have a look at outputs in the context of customer service and warranties. So the purpose of the operations function, which we've spoken many times in class, is to produce outputs that have a value to the customer greater than the cost of its input. And that, remember that output may well be a service that they're offering to their client, but it's important that it's greater than the value of the cost of its input, so of all the input costs. The most obvious output is the actual good or service that is provided by the business. There are other more subtle outputs, however, and they are what we're looking at here in the syllabus. I think it's kind of a given, or it's assumed that the business is going to achieve its output, i.e. its product or its service that it can deliver to its customer. But then these outputs are what other outputs might a business consider. So that output could be customer service. So how well the business meets and exceeds the expectations of its customers. And then warranties are the business's promise to correct any defects in the good or service they deliver if they should be of a substandard quality. So more specifically, what is customer service? Well, it's not just about attending to the needs of customers after sale, but it's also how well the business meets and exceeds the expectations of its own customers. That's both during the delivery of the service or product and then after the delivery of the service or the product. And if a customer does express dissatisfaction, either they're not satisfied with the product or they're not satisfied with the delivery of the service because it's defective or it's not meeting their particular expectations or it's taking too long, then the operations process needs reviewing. And that's kind of where that monitor, control, and improvement comes in within the transformation process. Research has shown that one dissatisfied customer will often, on average, they'll go and tell 11 others, who in turn are going to tell another 5, and that's bad business. It's affecting the business's reputation. So having a high level of customer service and a good level of customer service is really important to the business success. And it's an attitude that should be adopted by all departments and employees within any business, not just certain silos or certain small parts of a particular business. In terms of warranties, as the other output, it's a good way to assess the effectiveness of operations is to measure how many warranty claims are we getting, how many products are coming back that are defective. Customers are saying, this washing machine was supposed to last for you for 2 years and I've only got 6 months out of it, or this motor vehicle has a 5-year warranty and I'm having constant issues with it after only 3 years. The number of claims made against the business on a particular product line or range gives an indication of problems. So if Toyota's producing 15 different motor vehicles but 2 of them seem to be having consistent warranty claims against it, that would suggest there's some problem in the manufacturing process related to just those 2 models and not the business as a whole. Fair Trading Act New South Wales and the Competition and Consumer Act stipulates that all businesses must ensure they sell goods that have a high level of quality, they're suitable for the job that they're intended to do, they match the product description, and they're free from any defects. And we'll look at that in more detail when we get to marketing, because this comes up again in marketing and also about the legislation and how workers are covered. So we'll have a look at that in the context of Qantas in class.